All right, Doug, we have another female. A lot of females are sending questions this time. So, hello, my name is Kimberly. I am 45 years old. After watching some of your YouTube videos, I decided to contact you. First of all, I think you're very honest and compassionate about people and being healthy and living a good lifestyle. I need some advice, and I'm hoping you can steer me in the right direction. Me and my husband are in our mid-40s, and my hubby is taking 1 cc a week of Cypionate 250 milligrams and 2 drops of anti-estrogen 2 times a week. I don't know what the dosage is, but under the tongue. It seems to be working very nice for him. Even though he's always been fit, but as age comes, we must work harder to look good. Isn't that the truth? He just started it, and it's his first time. The reason I'm contacting you is to see what you would recommend for me to use. I've always had a sexy figure and been a head turner, not to sound silly. But now I've gained some weight and I'm looking to get back on track. I need a steroid that can help me with body fat reduction or loss and stamina energy, and get me back on track and look and feel as good about myself again. I'm 5'7" and weigh 160. I'm usually 135 to 140. What can you recommend that's on the safe side and won't hurt the thyroid or improve the thyroid? Help me get going. I want to feel good again. And I know this is just an open discussion and advice, and I do not hold you to any liability.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sincerity.
Well, this is actually a good one because this comes up a lot in practice when one spouse is on replacement therapy and the other is not. That can be an issue.
They're left behind.
Well, yeah. And the way I joke about it is, you don't want to create the wrong kind of friction around the household, because one partner is going to feel like he or she did at 20 years old, and the other is going to be like, hey, leave me alone.
Yeah,
so it's actually good that they're both doing this together. Didn't say how long her husband's been on this yet, right? But
he started. Yeah.
So just FYI, a reminder, it's going to be about 6 weeks before it's going to kick in, so to speak, more or less for him. So you have some time.
She's been said that a while ago, though.
So you may already be seeing the effects. Yeah. But this goes back to the a lot of the basics that we've covered before, just different angle. Again, still have to do all the work, but the standard replacement dose, if it's appropriate in her case, and again at 40 something, there's a good chance. I would definitely look into seeing, hey, what's going on here. And again, as I wear out the expression, you see a hoof print, you look for a horse, you look for a zebra. So more than likely, she could use, she's perimenopausal, could use the replacement therapy. Again, the starting dose that I use, and a lot of the doctors that I know, with the excipients that are here available in the United States, is 20 milligrams per ml of cream, or 20 milligrams per ml of Cypionate. So it's a esterified version if you're going to use the injectable once a week. By the way, for him, real quick comment: why the liquids? I don't understand the liquids unless there's a problem swallowing. Well, yeah, I noticed, like you did before, 250 milligrams is not a standard dose here in the U.S. For something that's made by a pharmacy, even a compounder. But anyway, I question the precision with which you can dose yourself with a dropper as opposed to a pill. Yeah. And the rest of it I should address because I'm not his doctor. But there's specifics as to whether that's enough or not, and you should test to make sure and all that sort of thing. But for her, sounds like tastes like, smells like a horse in this case. She's put on some weight, saying, hey,
wants to feel good
again. Again, meaning she's lost a little something there. So implicated here is testosterone replacement therapy. It's the same old for her as it would be for anyone else who comes in and says, hey, I'm short in these areas here, and I would give her the starting dose. But there was more to her question than just that, right?
Yeah, let me give you this. Number 5.
Sorry.
That's okay. Number 5.
Oh, I know what I want to say. So, yeah, the standard replacement dose is great, but when you're talking about the thyroid, which, by the way, I know that's considered the weight loss hormone, so it comes in the same sentence or close to as, I'm usually 135 to 40, and now I'm 160 at 5'7". What a lot of people don't know is when you use testosterone replacement therapy, your body makes more thyroid, typically. Now, for someone who's euthyroid, normally producing thyroid, it's a wash. In other words, the thyroid that gets produced will stay bound up and not available for use. But for someone who needs it, in my experience, at least 50% of the time, you kill two birds with one stone. So someone will say, oh, great, I feel better for a number of reasons. I've got my testosterone levels back up, but also my thyroid's working better. So she may kill two birds with one stone. One thing about thyroid, though, doctors have referred to it as a weight loss hormone forever. It's a peptide, unlike the other steroids. You have to be eating enough protein for it to be produced. But it's the idle speed. And the point I want to get across is, for weight loss, it certainly has some value, but it's really more for how you're feeling day to day, your mental function. Again, I call it idle speed. If you are thinking in terms of weight loss, if you have a 58 horsepower VW Bug, okay, and you leave it idling for a whole month, okay, you're not going to burn as much fuel as if you have a 454 Chevy that you start up and just press the pedal one time to give it a rev. You're burning way more fuel. Even if you crank up the idle speed on that 58 horsepower VW Bug, and I'm making up numbers here, I don't know what it has underneath the hood, but even if it's instead of boom, 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 it's up at boom, 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 for a whole month, still. What does that mean? It means focus on building muscle, which is synonymous with metabolism. Don't focus on thyroid so much. And bodybuilders do this too. You and I both know the guys will get on Cytomel, 25 micrograms, and say, swear it's doing all kinds of stuff, which I don't know how you know, because you're taking 17 different things. All your body's doing is say, well, you're making it for me, thank you. And we've done study after study after study. Thyroid is not how you lose fat.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Now, that being said, if you use, 5 times that dose of Cytomel, something your body could never create, then yeah, you would rev up your idle speed to a point where you'd be burning more calories, but you'd also be bug-eyed and anxious, and
it's dangerous. You could.
Yeah, it can promote osteoporosis. It's catabolic, if anything, at that point. So anyway, just want to, because everyone thinks of thyroid as, since way back when, from the medical profession, that's a weight loss hormone. It's really not. If you're off, like so many things, it's going to feel great if you adjust it back to optimum.
Yeah.
But if you're optimum already or close to it, within a range, it's not going to do anything for you. Yeah. But in this case, it may for her. I don't know what her beginnings were, but just the testosterone alone would be a good first step, which is what I normally do unless something's really grossly out with the thyroid. I'll say, hey, wait. Yeah, thyroid's a little low. Let's see what happens when we get your testosterone levels back up.
There you go. Boom. Thanks, Doc.